What is something everyone should know how to do at age 30? Be okay with being by themselves. Many people keep toxic friendships or relationships going since they are afraid of being alone. Have a hobby that doesn't make life miserable and can help balance out work-life stress, if any. Communicate. It's not fun or easy having difficult conversations with people. But it's definitely the better option, and it does get easier with practice. How to identify health concerns and be proactive regarding health risks they are predisposed to. Accept responsibility for their mistakes. Ask for things you want. Simple. My wife and I will be at the grocery store. We need to get 5 feet down the aisle for something, but someone is blocking the aisle with their cart and body. She will get this disappointed look on her face and suggest going all the way around the next aisle to get where we need. I always refuse and say, "Watch this. Excuse me ma'am, can we get by real quick?" Bam, done. Also, spatial awareness. How to avoid scams. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You get a job on Craigslist and someone sends you a check to buy work tools, but sent you too much and now you have to MoneyGram $3,000 back to them. Yeah, that's a scam, and your bank isn't going to reimburse you for a bad check you deposited and spent the funds from. Talk to new people without seeming hostile or easily defensive. Some people I know really struggle with this, and if they don't learn to adapt, that will be one hard life. Using some initiative and give stuff a go. It's amazing how easy some things are by just simply trying and researching. I learned how to replace screens on iPhones, back in the 4 days. Built a couple of stud walls with functional doors. Laid floating floorboards in 3 rooms. It's amazing how much you can accomplish and the dollar you save by having a go. Budget. Not throw water on a grease fire. Knowing how to purge clutter, decorate your living space, and organize all your stuff. I'm still struggling with this. I see my friends' houses and how much cleaner / organized their houses are, and I just can't understand it. Maybe I'm still fighting my inherited hoarder tendencies. Thanks, Mom, but it's just, like, how does everyone not have clutter? How do I not have clutter? Edit. Wow. When I went to bed last night, this had 60 upvotes. So my most upvoted comment is now about my stacks of clutter. I do want to take this opportunity to mass reply. I live in a pretty small apartment, so storage space inside the apartment is premium. I feel like if I were in a house it wouldn't be as noticeable, I tell myself, but I feel like I would just fill that space, too. Sigh. I'm not going to lie here, but I have the worst combination of materialistic and hoarder, and it's exhausting. The thing with decorating is that I've read / heard that if you have pretty decorative stuff you're less likely to cover it with clutter. Not sure how accurate that is. But having a nicely decorated place has been a goal of mine for a long time. Or at the very bare minimum, just having furniture that matches. It's difficult to imagine putting half my rent or even more than my rent towards a single item, but that's something I'm just going to have to do at some point. I already have tons of shelves, but our motto about shelves is, never enough shelves. Books and board games, y'all. I tell myself, when we get a house, there's going to be at least one entire room dedicated to shelves, right? He sighs at me, but he knows this to be true. Right now, I'm currently working on just getting things off my floor so my newly acquired robot vacuum can go to work. I think once I've got a handle on that I can start going after the leftovers on my shelves. Edit 2. I know some people hate seeing multiple edits and I'm really sorry about it, but my first ever silver. Thank you. Shut your mouth. Not every thought is appropriate in every situation. Know what to say and when it's okay to say it. Basic hygiene. You don't have to have a lot of money to take care of yourself. Brush your hair, brush your teeth, and bathe. Edit. Reading a lot of these comments, and just wanted to make known that I am not talking about people with special needs for their hair type, or skin conditions, etc. I'm talking about lazy people who simply do not care about hygiene for whatever reason. Basically, by 30 years old you should know how best to keep yourself clean, whatever that means for you. Laundry. It amazes me how many grown-ass adults still rely on their parents to do their laundry. Basic personal accounting. Cook, lay eggs, what to if there is a fire. Take a deep breath when they are upset or angry, and realize that other people have entire worlds, too, and we probably have no idea what most of them are carrying. Guy that cut you off in traffic? Going to see his dying dad? Crabby waitress? She has a 3-month-old and doesn't get much sleep, but she has to go to work to keep food on the table. Edit. That doesn't excuse you for being a jerk. You are responsible for you. Sometimes, though, life is a shit show and people don't have time to process or deal. There is a saying, take people in crisis seriously, not personally. Act like a decent human being to retail employees. Edit. And to other people in general. Also, try not to forget how when you hit 40. Wash dishes properly. It baffles me how some people clean dishes and put them in the rack with food still caked on. I don't understand, when you go to pack it away, do you not see food still on it? Do you not care? When you serve people with dirty cutlery, do you not feel embarrassed? I'm triggering myself just thinking about it. Cook. Drink responsibly. How to write professional emails. I'm amazed at how many people older than me just cannot seem to get it. How to save money. My trick is I always ask myself multiple times if I really need it before buying it. Most of the time I really don't. Say no politely and firmly. Edit. Thanks, kind strangers. How to use Google. About half of the things listed here can be accomplished by knowing how to Google. Fixing a car, writing a check, basic home maintenance, cooking, and so many things. Get good at Googling. Edit. I just wanted to say thank you for the platinum, kind stranger. Never stop being awesome, Reddit. Manage finances. Edit. Mandatory plug /r/personal finance and /r/financial independence. Make a real apology. Use a turn signal. Make a doctor's appointment / navigate choosing insurance. It's scary, but once you ask for help a time or two, you should be able to get the hang of it. Edit. Yes, insurance is a uniquely American problem, but it doesn't have to be a problem forever. Americans are stuck in this abusive relationship with our insurance companies unless Bernie or Warren are elected. Check your registration today and go vote when appropriate. Write a good resume. Develop a mental health plan, with healthy coping mechanisms. Stop taking your shit out on other people. Bullshitting your way out of sticky situations. Take criticism. Find the clitoris and not rub it like you are trying to start a lawnmower in hyperspeed. I wish. Your taxes. General home maintenance. Fix the sink, toilet, doorknobs, switches, landscaping. Cope with failures. Building a healthy coping mechanism at an early age will lead to good mental health. Sometimes the way you handle defeat when you are young can lead to addiction problems, anxiety, depression, etc. I pray that everyone has good mental health. The ability/willingness to change your mind in the face of new data or information. Know when to keep your mouth shut. Basic sewing repairs, like sewing on a button and applying a patch. How to set boundaries in personal and professional relationships. Just scrolling this list after turning 30 this year to check how retarded I am. Edit. Wow, my first award. Thanks kind stranger, hope you are well, smiley face. Edit. Thank you for the other award. Way to make my night, smiley face. How to deal with being insulted/roasted without being childish back. Basic preventative maintenance on their own car. Saves time and money and means you know how to do something with your hands. You can learn almost 100% of what you need to know on YouTube, and most jobs can be completed in an hour or less. Vote. Go to the toilet. I still have no idea how public bathrooms get so disgusting. How to say no. Especially this time of year when there's as many guilt trips about what you should be doing with your time as there are presents. Roast a chicken, scramble an egg and cook without depending on a microwave. Once you get those things down, you can make anything. Seek out/read/process reliable sources of information. I cannot believe how many people ask so many stupid basic questions that are straight up answered in information emails sent out about events, e.g. scuba diving trip. Them. Where are we meeting? Me? Well, as you can see, in this email you were sent 2 fucking days ago, we're meeting at the Manly boat ramp. Them. Oh, okay. And what time? Me. RTFM. Anyone on the internet has seen those posts from people that could have comprehensive answers with a simple Google search and a non-zero level of stupidity. Also, these things. Cook a meal from, almost, scratch. Basic car maintenance. Balance a budget. Basic house/apartment cleaning/maintenance. Admit when you're wrong. If they're a native English speaker, use the following correctly. There/their/there. Your/your. It's/its. It's really, really not difficult. Advocate for themselves. Learn fucking CPR. Don't wait till you're 30, go take a basic CPR and first aid class. While it only has a 5% chance of working outside of a hospital, it's better than not doing anything at all. Dress appropriately for the setting you're in. It still amazes me how many people show up to job interviews with wrinkled clothes or wearing blue jeans. Let go of deeply held convictions in light of evidence that they were wrong. I'm 26. Southern Baptist my whole life. Minister even. Republicans good, Democrats bad, the whole thing. Then Donald Trump mocked on television someone who has my disability, albeit theirs was more severe. My mother did not condemn him. My church did not condemn him. My political affiliations did not condemn him. My humanity had been made a mockery of, and these people I had always believed loved me unconditionally and would never stand for actual discrimination, actual dehumanization of people like me, were just quiet. Did this mean that God also didn't care as long as someone who claimed to be pro-life and pro-gun and pro-Jesus got into the White House? I refused to accept that. So I started trying to prove, at least to myself, why what I believed was right. Support for Trump failed. Women, disabled people, minorities, LGBTQ people, and immigrants are human beings and deserve dignity therein. The Republican Party failed soon after. Family values. Their chosen one had been married 3 times and paid hush money for affairs. God first. Hard to do that when you refer to your favorite Bible passage as 2 Corinthians. Fiscal responsibility? Also no. And then I found out, at least in Mississippi, you weren't allowed to be a Southern Baptist and not want Republican politics preached in your church. So out went my pastorate and 300 miles away I moved. And yet even in another state, church was still oh look at the sinful world, who non-Republican talking points. So I went to a mass. And for a whole hour. And then every day for 24 consecutive days after that, and still today though I don't go every day, only Jesus is mentioned. Only the need for forgiveness and mercy and charity and compassion for your fellow man. I believe that God is real, I believe that Jesus is God, and after weeks of research, I believe that Jesus instituted the Catholic Church. So I saw no other choice but to be Catholic. All this not to say believe what I believe but to say that at 24 years old, everything I was and everything I believed was settled and said and done, and it would have been a lot easier for me physically, emotionally, and financially to just put my head down and stay the course, but I examined my core defining characteristics, found them lacking in the extreme, found that I was disrespecting my own humanity and personhood by them, and now at 26, they are very nearly diametrically opposed to me. At 24, if you get to 30 and you've never done a self-inventory where you examine why you believe what you believe and how well that meshes with who you are, you should cook decent meals. It's really simple and instructions are easy to find as well as good and interesting TV shows about it. Invest. Do you really want to be 70 years old, wondering how to keep the lights on, flat broke, and applying to a shit job at a fast food joint just trying to survive? Put money away. Don't touch it. Get the employee match. How to disappoint your parents by your choice of profession. In today's day and age, the only thing you really need to know how to do is use Google. If you know how to properly use Google searches, you can learn just about anything else you would need for life. Scheduling appointments for dentists, yearly checkups and health maintenance. Exercise. How to travel alone. I have a few friends who have never planned a trip and traveled by themselves in any manner. There's a lot more to it than booking a flight and a hotel. My last flight, I got off the plane in Munich and the girl the right ahead of me had no idea what she was doing. Thought she could just Uber to her hotel from the airport. Except, you know that her phone didn't work. And she didn't call the bank or put a travel alert on it, so her ATM card was declined. and that she assumed that Munich was a small town and there would be only Hilton in Munich, not 3 or 4.